everybody, welcome back. I wasn't gonna vlog the cleaning of this disaster area, but I'm going to now because I'm overwhelmed. And whenever I'm overwhelmed, I talk to you guys about it and it works. The last purge project, we never finished purging the flowers. We had purged up to a certain point, but not any further than that. But then the birthday came. We're supposed to do a post-birthday purge of the things that we didn't use, that we're not going to use, and I think it's going to go in the giveaway box. We talked about doing a giveaway with the Black Lives Matter movement. We talked about doing a giveaway if a certain video hit 10,000 likes, because Bentley watches a lot of daredevils. I think that guys who just like run dirt bikes and stuff, and that's something that they all do because they're all big channels, but I just thought it was cute, so I left it in. But we talked about doing a couple of giveaways, so I think what we're going to do is, instead of like purging and donating it, I think I'm going to purge it and put it all in a giveaway box. Just give it away to you guys. So that's what we're headed to now. We did a couple of things already. Got a birthday present box. We put everything away. We moved some of the new storage containers just out to the hallway so that I could see them. So it's hard to like organize the storage when you can't see the container size that you have and what you can do with it. So there's a couple of things that I just don't know. They don't have a home yet. I mentioned that in previous vlogs. So we're working on that. We're working on this. This is like some things I have to finish for the birthday. Monday I get more shots in my eyes. So I would really like to get as much done today as possible. Jimmy has off today and has to work on tomorrow, and then we'll see and Saturday, so we'll see about Sunday, and then hopefully he has off Monday. He did request Monday off to take me to the doctor, so hopefully that all works out well. So I think I'm just gonna turn you around a little bit. I'll talk to you as I feel fit. Where are you going? To potty? Okay. I used to do that when I was little. So when my mom would be like, all right, it's time to do chores, and be like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom, and spend like 20 minutes in the bathroom. It was probably 20 minutes, because when you're little, it seemed like it was 2 hours, but it's probably only like 20 minutes, because when you're little, time has a different feel than it does right now as an adult. But we also have the new things that we purchased in Texas, so we have to find homes for them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this preliminary, like I said, I've told you guys in the past, I like to do a preliminary organization, major layers, maybe make major piles of organizing, like say that this is craft stuff and this is decor stuff and this is organizing stuff, and then purge from there, and then organize down like that. So that's what we're gonna do next. I know that there is a dining room, piles beginning in the dining room that are left over from my birthday that they moved out while I was away. Organized neat piles is what Jimmy just whispered. We'll get to them eventually. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spin you around and you can take a look at what's happening. So truly, over the course of human events, as you guys know, we all ebb and flow of our creative processes, or most of you who have joined us are creative people or desire to be creative people. And I always had a sign, and it still hangs by the door. It says, creative minds are seldom tidy. And I've mentioned this before, but if you're new to my channel, you won't know. I have two halves of my brain. One is the creative, one is the organized, and never the twain shall meet. I'm either in a very creative mood or I'm in a very organized mood. But with everything that's been going on with my family recently, I wanted to put the creative mind aside to organize, to clean up, to make my home more cohesive to everybody, not just for me. And starting here is a big step. With everything that's been going on lately in the world, as well as in my home, I understand that people are
different types of stressed than they have been in the past. People could sometimes show sides of them that they didn't even know that they had or they had been repressing. All of that's to be said. Um, I think it's just a good step to do a cleansing purge. Purge is always good so that you can remind yourself that these are just things. That's all. Now, what we're doing is we're working as a team. We're just taking one section at a time, dealing with it, putting it away where it belongs, or deciding to get rid of it. That's really important. I don't have things that don't spark joy because I most things I wouldn't buy if I didn't love them. So the whole Marie Kondo, does it spark joy? I'm not just a person who willy nilly shops unless it's for someone else. So if it doesn't spark joy in me, I purposely bought it to spark joy in someone else. Um, but it's just really a good thing to do also because sometimes we tend to buy so much we don't realize what we do have and what we maybe have repeat purchased or what we could use or what we thought of. Like, I guess sometimes when I go to the Dollar Tree, I'll see some things and I'll be inspired to do a craft. And by the time I get home, I wasn't able to jot it down in my idea journal. And then I'll forget. And then I'll see the item. And then I'll forget why I bought it because I'm old. And this is what happens to old people. But honestly, sometimes seeing it again after a while reminds you, oh, yes. Or you can see it in a different environment. You're like, oh, yes, this is what I wanted to do with this particular crate. This is what I wanted to do with this particular tray, and so on and so forth. So sometimes purging is also good for the creative process. Not only does it give you a cleaner space to work in, which can help a lot of times with the creative mind of people, but it also reminds you of what you have and could spark new ideas when you hold them again. Okay? Think about it. If you bought something in August that was, say, for Halloween, because that's when it comes out at the Dollar Tree, but the Halloween items haven't really been on display at Walmart, so you don't really sometimes get that creative idea. A lot of times I get creative ideas by seeing catalogs and redesigning something that Pottery Barn had put out or Walmart has put out or Kirkland's has put out. Um, so sometimes I'll buy the items because I know they're there and they may not be there for very long. And then it takes that creative burst of inspiration to come before you can decide exactly what you're going to do with it. So give yourself some grace during this process. Give yourself some grace during this pandemic. We all need to do that. But I feel like this time home is uh, really good for many because it gives you more time in your space to figure out how you can learn to love your home. Um, if that makes any sense. Whether it's repainting a wall, rehanging photos, purging, cleaning, reorganizing, redecorating, any of those things. Okay? Now, Jim and I always work tag team, as you know. He does most of the legwork because he's got good legs. What can I tell you? And then I do like the planning and the thinking for the most part. Um, I think that we're trying to figure out a way to reorganize the house to make it more livable for everybody. So this would be a really good start for our space. Okay. Now I know a lot of you aren't interested in seeing this, so of course you want to fast forward towards the end. But I know many of you do. You enjoy the process. If you have a helper at home or if you have limited mobility, it's nice to see somebody who can do what you can do, if that makes any sense. If you have a helper at home, then you can see how Jim is helping me by being my legs. If Jim wasn't here and I had to do this myself, like many of you have to do it yourselves, it will just take longer. I mean, don't give up. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Not that anybody's messy craft room is the equivalent of an elephant, but it can seem that way. Sometimes it can get overwhelming to people. Um, so what we've done over the course of like shopping for my birthday, at my birthday party with my sisters, getting ready beforehand, all of that stuff. We have just been like buying stuff, and then whatever I use and don't use, I just leave the bag, because it was uh, just a just about 30 days from the time that I knew that my sisters were coming and that my birthday was going to happen until my actual birthday happened. Um, and I was actually in Ohio when it happened, so I was like on my way home. So trying to plan, trying to buy, trying to create all the things, it had just gotten like out of control a little bit. And that's okay. That's what happens sometimes, and that's okay. Um, I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys before, but I was so busy trying to make my party perfect that I kind of missed a bit of my party, and I needed my bestie to come in the office and say, "Hey, listen, you have enough. You've done enough. Come out and enjoy your family and your friends." And it was so sweet of her to do that, because I really was like, she's right. Let me go and enjoy. And I know we still have all those DIYs coming up, so stay tuned, okay? Um, when Dollar Tree, especially since we do Dollar Tree DIYs and Dollar Tree crafts, when Dollar Tree does come out with new stuff, you know that it can just be a temporary thing, but sometimes it does become a repeat item. Um, so it's hard to, like, when you want to buy it, even though you won't have a vision for it yet, but you know that you may someday, um, because you don't know that if it's going to come back out. And that happens to all of us, whether it's at the Dollar Tree or whether it's at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. If a certain type of craft item doesn't take off, it may be the perfect thing for you, but if it doesn't take off for the rest of the community, they may stop selling it. So it's kind of like we're in a difficult place where we have to decide, like, can I see a use for this? Yes. Do I have a use for it right now? No. Um, can I see its potential? 100%. Do I know exactly what I'm going to do? No. So that's one of the things we've talked to Jim about a lot. He'll ask me as we're doing this process, is like, do you have any idea what this is? Do you have any idea where you're going to use it? Do you have any idea where it can go in the meantime? And all of these things are very helpful, without putting pressure on me. We've come to this understanding how we work together, that um, it's technically my stuff. He's helping me, um, but it's our space. So it's definitely important that he feels like he's not overwhelmed as well. So we'll go through it, and that's a big thing for him. He's like, if you want to get something new, I don't care so much if we can afford it, just where you're going to put it, because he thinks like my organization is just too much for him. And I'm coming to realize that with everything that's been happening the last few weeks. Now, I also have some items that were from the Dollar General and some items that were from Hobby Lobby that I realized that as I watch more and more other people do DIYs, they will say the dollar store, or they will tell you it's from Dollar General. They will tell you it was 97 cents at Walmart. I've been doing that as well. So, if you guys are interested in seeing more DIYs with other stores' items, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments, okay? Now, my eyes are not there yet, so forgive me about the comments. I am trying my hardest. I can only spend so much time at the computer, and it's really difficult to answer the comments on my devices. But the first shots seemed to show some improvement, but I'm not there yet, but I feel better, but it's still nowhere. And my eyes seem to get more tired now. I don't know if I mentioned that in a vlog or to anybody recently, but they seem to get more tired faster, which is weird, but I think that's expected. Okay. So I don't know all of what I shared with you in the past, but there's a couple of things that we did that we have that are different. We took out the ribbon box and made a ribbon basket. And we took the ribbon box and I have a box with just box arts in it. Like the box arts we use to make the lantern, box arts we use to redesign different signs and stuff. I think we made a jewelry box with box arts. Geez, the list is endless. But I have one of those black totes just with that in it. And that has really helped as well in the closet. So that's really made more room for other things. I have this really great set of baskets that used to be on the fabric dresser. And then we decided to redo some stuff with it. We put picture frames, not picture frames, canvas panels and stuff up in the big basket in the top of the closet. And then we have the two little ones here still that are going to go into the guest room for like guest toiletries, like a little extra, but they're cute. They're like dark brown wicker baskets with natural cotton lining. So, and they were just sort of, I had stuff in the big one, I had stuff in the medium one, but then the two little ones were just kind of sitting on top waiting for a purpose. So yeah, it's just a process. Give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for whatever you think is, overwhelming, is too much. Just do what you can do. Don't keep anything you don't think you have a use for in any capacity, and organize the things that you're going to keep. I know not everybody is as fortunate to have a whole craft room, but I also know that many people have much bigger craft rooms, especially people who do what I do. So I know that I am happy with the space that I have. I'm grateful. When I was in my old house, I was always crafting at the table in the middle of the living room. So I'm with you guys who have to deal with that on a regular basis. Okay? So, yeah, that's it. Just remember, give yourself grace, and if you have a partner, work with him. I don't know what you can see now. You can see me okay.
I'm sorry, love. What you talking about?
I don't know what you can see now or how much of me you can see, but the room, we've made a vast improvement. Of course, there is still stuff to purge, but I don't have in the new stuff yet. So it's sort of like, don't just get rid of it until you see what you have room for, yada, yada, yada. I have a couple of things that I know have a home and I know have to get gone through to go to their homes, but I'm just too tired right now. I think that I've spent my spoons. I actually did a lot by myself in the bedroom this morning. Much to Jim's dismay. I was like, why are you so upset that I did some stuff by myself? He's so cute. He gets upset when I depend on him for too much stuff, and then he gets upset when I do stuff by myself. Oh well. Just do whatever makes you happy, right? I don't know why these things are in here, so I'm just like randomly putting them here, and then I'll figure them out in the meantime. So they're kind of fabricy. I have a lot of like random things that we're going to deal with. Baby, these two cards. So you know where all the cards went?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Oh, great.
What?
She wanted my coffee, which now I can just toss because she's got glitter.
Oh, but she was thirsty.
Thank you. I'm not even sure how she fell. She was like below the coffee. weird. That's weird. Anyhow, sorry for calling her she because she's got pink ears, but you know, that's just sexist. I'm tired. I spent all my spoons, plus I think I took some spoons out for tomorrow. My family still wants to have like a little meeting. I still have stuff out in the hallway. Most of those are organizational containers though. And then everything's still out in the van. So what we'll do is we'll relax some more. We'll see how Jim's feeling. Because he is doing most of the physical labor at this afternoon, if he wants to keep going, I can keep going. I can push through a little bit. And if he wants to take a break and leave for another day, we can do that as well. I'm not comfortable with him driving around town with all of that hundreds of dollars worth of stuff in the back of the van. I think that's my only concern, really. So we'll see how he's feeling, and then we'll see what we're gonna do from this point on. And of course, if we do, we'll take you with us, because that's what we do. That's what we do here. We share our lives with you, good and bad, ups and downs, backwards and forwards, because how else can we encourage you during the good times if we don't show you how we get through the bad times? I don't know. Just saying. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye. Let me give you a spin around. So this box is reorganized. Oh, this doesn't belong here. Sorry. I keep all my glues and adhesives and stuff down here where I can get them easier. So let's see. This basket is now organized. So is the basket of ribbon. That is a basket of, this was summer DIYs that I never got to because I actually ended up having my party. These are 2 bags of Christmas stuff already. This right here is all of wooden objects, and then that is all getting ready to do autumn and pumpkins. But then here's the real disaster. I wasn't lying. It gets like that sometimes. But this is easier for me to manage by myself. Everything's in one place. I can put it where it belongs. He has been a huge help to me today. He's gone through some things. We're going through some things together. But I just love Jesus Christ, faith, and hope will see us through whatever it is, and we'll manage, and we'll get through, and we'll be victorious on the other side no matter what. So as always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye. Stay positive, keep hopeful, and have faith that you too can continue to survive 100% of your worst days.